Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
So there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat. We employ quite a few of the hottest content creators on the West Coast, and we pump out an insane amount of content on a weekly basis. How could we be going broke?
So y'all can see this is the shop. You haven't been here in a while because we've been going through some things with the landlord. You can see the lights don't work. They cut the power on us.
Do it again?
They cut the power on us. None of the lights work. They cut the power, right? Well, water's still going. At least the water's still going. I spoke on this on the stream yesterday. And, mentioned, Adam and, how after COVID, he probably thought, things were sweet. There was a lot of shit moving and all that, and how it kind of gassed a lot of people. I would say it gassed me also. I definitely got caught up in some financial issues and all that. But regardless, I tried to keep the shop and everything running, right? We don't know what's going to happen with the shop. Just keeping it 100. Just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that bell, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that bell, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews, man. Listen, man. It's kind of crazy to me, man, that I see Adam 22. He made his speech the other day. Matt Hoffa came up yesterday. Now he's making his speech, showing you that the lights is off in his barbershop, or barbershop that he was over there doing his show in. I don't know his whole situation, but I got a guy here who gonna help me with some input. OG PIRU's in the building. What's up, man?
These crying vultures, like he said, and during COVID, when he was dealing with all these introverts, now everything has an expiration date. They done prostituted, they done pimped the gang community to its max, and it's nothing else to give out. So all of their gang experts and they is locked up and doing now they on their own and they crying broke. You made millions off the black community. How in the hell? And Matt Hoffa, you sitting up in a barbershop. How come you didn't get a barber's license all that time?
No, I see that. I don't know if he cut or what. I know that all I ever seen him do was do the show in there. I think that's just like his studio maybe. I don't think he's cutting no hair. Like me, being one that's a store owner that been on the store for 20 years. I can jump up and go and make a move. So many people know me from the streets of hustling and selling clothes. And matter of fact, they be in my comments always shout me out because I done pulled up at the house, with that product. Like I'm really that, you know what I mean? And everybody know it. I did 35,000 in 3 days out of my truck. So I'm really that, and I know it. You understand what I'm saying? But these guys, I don't think they have any kind of, of course, Adam 22, he's a porn star. He's into porn. He's got a butt naked side. And that's how he make his money.
He had, like I say, everything he ain't performing like he used to.
Oh, he ain't performing.
His game ain't what he used to be. Old gray mare ain't. So he start dealing with the gang culture. Now he ain't a gang member. He ain't getting indicted. So his pussy game is weak, bro.
So Matt Hoffa, though, what you think about?
He needs to go back to mathematics and do something. Get him a job at the post office like he had from the beginning, and quit playing.
Matt Hoffa say the math ain't mathing, man. Like the numbers, and he say the lights. Oh, they done cut the lights off on you. Well, let me work on that for a second. They don't just cut the lights off on you. They usually give you a limitation. You put a deposit down, and then maybe 2 months you pay one in the hole, and then once you don't pay, they go a month, and then you in the red, and they send you a final notice, and then they cut your lights off. You got to have a commercial license. A commercial account to be in that area to show that you got a light bill in a commercial building. And they know you got a business there. They don't, and they probably give you a little more leniency when you have a building there.
Matt ain't done none of that. The landlord did it all. Matt
So
ain't paid a bill since she been there.
so Matt don't have no math ain't math, and you telling me he not the he?
Matt is not math at all. Matt is he propagating the people on a gamble, and end up he came up snake eyes. Now he crying. He better get that flashlight and go look for a job.
Well, he's really he's giving you the fact of during COVID and all that. Man, listen, man, it's a balancing game, right? No Jumper decides to say that it was something that held him back because he went and he opened up a bigger place and he didn't look at his budget, and his budget pretty much didn't pan out right. Now he got to slow back and size scale back and all that, and then somebody's suing him at the same time. So when you look at these guys, are these guys OG playing games, or are they really going through situations? What in the hell is going on with these guys?
They're going through the. Let me tell you about the plantation. The plantation owner, he believed that the plantation would go on forever and had a 400-500, and then when it came to emancipation, constipation, and all his Negroes left, he didn't know how to pick his own cotton. So that's what Adam 12 is in the situation. When it was prospering and he got gang members from everywhere and he was getting them likes and views, now people are tired of listening to his tomfoolery. He got to pay his own bills. So nobody asked him to buy a bigger building nowhere. He ain't let none of us stay in the building.
Well, I've never been there, but I heard in that building, according to one of my colleagues, one of my partners, say when you go in, he have a white staff that works in there, and then all of the the ones who come on as guests is black, and they walk through and they come through. I haven't been in there in that building, but you hear stories, man, and I'm like, well, that's dope, man. If he's employing people, but it's just like it's just not working out for him. Maybe he's having to do a major layoff,
That's what he got to go. Don't be crying to us now, Daddy. Who cares whether you lose your building or not? Do you know how many blacks losing houses and losing cars and losing lives today? You care about him and Matt losing a barbershop and a $5 million building?
Well, Matt said he couldn't. He act like him and the landlord were having problems. The only time you have a problem with the landlord is when you ain't paying that dang rent.
Yeah, that's the only problem you have. And he ain't paying electricity, and the landlord cut that electricity off. They sitting up in there running their mouth, gossiping about ghetto business, and it ain't working out. Get a job, Matt. They hiring at the post office.
Well, and it ain't so bad. He can do it. My thing is, don't look back and think that you had a blessed moment. And I don't know. I know their numbers. Both of them numbers are over millions. They got over 1 million subscribers, and it's just wild to me that is this you sure they ain't just trolling to try to make some numbers? Because it doesn't add up, bro. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Man, no Jumper.
You can have subscribers. Do you know how long you gonna pay $3.99 a month just to listen to the same old rhetoric that you can listen to for free? It ain't no day. It ain't like they say when they cut the monkey's tail. It won't be long now. Man, I wish the hell I would pay $1.99 to hear us just hoop and holler.
It's coming to a screeching halt.
Screeching halt. Man, times is hard right now. People ain't got time to be sitting and eat $3.99 and see him up in the bar. He can go to his own barbershop.
Man, he clicked on them lights. If you look, they're in the dark and there he got a flashlight. I think it was his girl or somebody holding the flashlight because she said, click that again. And he in there trying to figure it out. He hadn't been in there in a while. He flushed the water. He said the water's still on. Well, usually they'll keep them pipes going. I don't know if, they ain't going to turn the water off in one unit. So they usually let it run through there. But you're not going to stand there in the dark. That's one thing about it. You can get you some. Now, back in the day, you had to get you some kerosene lamps, and you could set in there, and you're going to have to get you some batteries or a generator to power up your microphones. And the next thing you know, you can have a show in there. You might ought to try. That might be what you need to do. Just leave the lights off and get in there in the dark and start recording. Boy, you don't know. God will bring you back to the light.
You cannot record if ain't nobody listening to you, man. His audience has moved on, bro.
Well, man, y'all get it.
They tired of Matt the bullshit.
He had Vlad on there. He done had a few people. He done had a few people that been on my show, been on there.
One thing about white America when it comes to the spook that sit by the door, they only get invited one time. Ain't neither one of them, Vlad or Adam 12, gonna help him out.
They don't help Matt.
Ain't hell with Matt.
Man, y'all get in the comments, man. Let us know. Do y'all feel like Matt Hoffa and No Jumper, Adam 22 is just trolling the internet, and because it's tax season, maybe they feeling away? Let us know what you think, man. It's getting tough, man. Taxes I think it's fastly approaching. The last day, except if you get an extension, is April the 15th, I think. So if you guys need to have your stuff together. When you're a businessman, you got to do business. Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.